Hey everyone, we're back. Welcome to MyTeam Season 2, Round 3. We are in Japan. Suzuka circuit, old school circuit, very high curbs. Very tricky, very difficult to overtake. But we will definitely do our best. As before the race, we check out the standings, P4 and P10 in drivers, P4 and the constructors best of the rest for now. We are even in front of Ferrari, which is very nice. But without further ado, let's jump into the race, and I will see you on the track.
Welcome along then to the magnificent Suzuka International Circuit, a stone's throw away from Ise Bay in the beautiful Japanese countryside. What surprises lie in wait for us today at the Japanese Grand Prix? We're southwest of the city of Nagoya today at the unique figure-of-8 Suzuka circuit. 3.6 miles and 18 corners make up a lap here, with average speeds approaching 136 miles per hour. DRS will be available, of course, into the potential passing opportunity at turn 1, although the best place for overtaking will be through 130R and into the final chicane. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Piastri, Norris, George Russell, and Colapinto, Antonelli, Tsunoda, Sainz, and Esteban Ocon, Hamilton, Albon, Nico Hulkenberg, and Hadjar, Bortoletto, Behrman, Liam Lawson, and Lance Stroll, Pepe Marti, Maloney, Aaron, and Jack Doohan rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. And alongside me today is a man who needs...
Alright, welcome to the track. We are starting in P6 after a very good qualifying session. I was like 2 seconds off the pace. So yeah, as we have the 5 red lights, and away we go into the first corner of this very, very tricky circuit. As we try to squeeze inside Norris and Russell, and ended up falling back as we are under pressure from YUKI Tsunoda side by side into the S's, maybe squeezing YUKI maybe a little bit too much, but we stay ahead and we survive as we are navigating through the end of the first sector here on lap 1. I was really I guess spooked by this beginning traffic. I'm no expert at this, so yeah, I was just trying to not die at this first lap, not pick up any damage and ruin my own race as we approach George Russell here, but there is no space for the overtake. I was just trying to stay behind him. Very wobbly first lap, very insecure driving, but I survived. I stayed in P6 as we are here in the final corner, almost touching George Russell, but we didn't. And as we start the second lap of the race in P6, both Mercedes in front are running on medium tires, so I should be faster than them, but we will see. This is now one of my stronger tracks. I will see what I can do. I was feeling very slow through the S's. I ran really low wings because AI is just for some reason rapid in a straight line. At this circuit, the AI is very fast. So I have oh, as Yuki runs into into our right side of the car, he just went straight on and bumped into me. I was at the track limits. It was just I don't think it was my fault. He just ran into the side of me. I didn't brake check him. I didn't do anything erratic. He just went for the move that wasn't there. He wasn't able to brake on time, and he probably picked up some damage from that collision. It was a really wild move. Really wild move. As we wrap up the second lap, we are trying to catch up to George Russell. We are inside the DRS, and we are pushing like hell to catch up. Up in front, current real life teammates, as we have a big snap inside that turn one, managed to save it. As Lando Norris now in Mercedes overtakes his old teammate in Oscar Piastri, who is still in McLaren. Yeah, congratulations to Lando Norris on winning the championship in real life. He deserved it. He deserved it in the end. There will always be debates about favoring him over Oscar, as we have a large snap of oversteer. Again, as I check my tires after 3 laps and running a little bit wide here, had it happen. I just lost some time in the second sector. Tires are on like 18%, 17%, so they are still decent, but they are after 3 laps they are wearing out pretty fast. I will have to do a pit stop very soon. As I was saying, there will always be like people talking about favoring one driver over the other, and it was very weird the way Oscar just fell off after round 15. That is just weird, but in the end Lando showed up. He is a deserving champion. He maybe was favored by McLaren over Oscar Piastri, but with his drives, with his performances, I think he deserved it. And congratulations to him on winning his first title in real life. Max came very close, and this is this is one of the greatest comebacks. I mean, it wasn't a comeback win, but it was a comeback. He made both McLarens sweat. He in 9 races, 102 points out of 140 he needed. It's just crazy. I don't think many people in the history of Formula 1 are able to do something like that. So kudos to Max. And we are going on to the next season to see who is going to be the best car. Start of new regulations, who will have the best car, who will adapt, which team will adapt the quickest. Very exciting stuff. As over here, back to this race, George Russell is 1.8 seconds ahead, so my soft tires are falling off slowly but surely. Not very slowly actually. They fell off pretty quick. Like lap 4, Suzuka is a real fuel burner and very high wear on the tires. So yeah, they are starting to run away, these McLarens and Mercedes. Behind me, Antonelli 1.8. For me, the main objective of this race is to, of course, do my best, but to beat the Ferraris. I currently am very close with them in the Constructors and Drivers Championship. But these tires are falling away pretty quickly, and that Ferrari car in the game, unlike in real life, is very good. So Yuki lost one position because of the damage on the front wing that he had with because of the collision with us earlier in the race. That was a really wild move. He just ran into the side of me. Like I was just driving on my line. He wasn't. There wasn't. If he was to overtake there, it was to be done differently. That corner is just, you don't overtake there. So yeah, as we are catching Oscar Piastri, we are in the DRS. He's on the medium tires, so which is very strange. McLaren is one of the best cars, second best car on the third best car on the grid in this simulation. Yeah, so and we are I think fifth, so fourth or fifth. Yeah, but we are fairly close. He should be faster than us, a lot faster on those medium tires, but he isn't. But yeah, I'm not gonna complain. We are just dancing around that 1 second mark from the DRS mark, but DRS is not that big here on this track. Only one DRS zone at the main, at the start finish straight. The back straight is much more important to save battery throughout that second sector. I was trying my best to save battery throughout that second sector so I can just deploy it and maybe get some overtakes in that third sector, maybe through 130R. As we are giving it our best on these worn soft tires, which fell off pretty quickly after 6 laps. So very ruthless tire degradation around this circuit. I got in a rhythm. I got in a decent rhythm. I'm not making too many mistakes. I'm in a groove. I'm just trying to manage these tires until the pit stop. My pace is decent. It's not rapid, but it's not slow. I'm just trying to hold position and not let Kimi Antonelli make up too much time. And yeah, Yuki still in P8, which is he's doing really good considering he has damage. As we go a little bit wide out of the hairpin, and we will try to catch Oscar Piastri on the back straight. This time I have a recharged in a battery, and I think this is a good chance to get Oscar Piastri, or just to remain behind him, not fight him until the pit stop. That was like the strategic option, just to stay in the DRS until the pit stop, because I may be a bit quicker than Oscar Piastri in that third sector, but in the first 2 sectors we are very close to each other. As we approach the SS here on lap 8, you could really see how careful I am on the throttle here, because the tires at this point are really starting to give up, probably around 30% tire wear or more, probably 40 even. Very tricky to drive on these worn tires at the moment, and I am just waiting for my pit stop and trying to get to some fresh set of rubber so I can keep on pushing. And Kimi Antonelli is I built a fairly comfortable gap to that Ferrari. I'm much quicker than the young Italian, which ended up in their own Italian team. It's a very strange that after only one season at Mercedes, he was dropped by Mercedes and picked up by Ferrari. But he's at home, yes. As we approach the pit stop, nice and slow, optimal turn-in time, and we had an issue. We spent too much time in the pit lane, but it shouldn't influence us too much in terms of track position. But I will lose a lot of time to the front runners. Yeah, of course we had a pit lane issue, pit stop issue as we go out behind Paul Aaron, rookie this year. Not having the best season so far. Alpine Jack Doohan driving for Jack Doohan and Paul Aaron. Not the driver lineup that is very promising at the moment, but in the future seasons they may develop further and bring Alpine some good results. I highly doubt it that it will be this season they will do anything, as they are rather slow out of the hairpin, and as I use the traction with these fresh tires just to cleanly overtake Paul Aaron as we approach the second Alpine here on the back straight, as we are much faster. Jack Doohan gives us the squeeze, but he can't do anything against us. Next up is Mr. Zane Maloney, who is also a rookie this year, driving for Sauber, as Gabriel Bortoletto switched to Aston Martin in Fernando Alonso's seat, who is retired now. As Zane Maloney isn't pitting yet, he's like his 10th lap on these soft tires, and he is very slow, and I just have to be very patient with this overtake. He is a lot slower than me as we touch the grass, as we have a little moment of insecurity here, but we will get this move done fairly quickly, as we have the full battery and a fresh set of rubber. He's just holding us up at the moment, and he just turned right. He just tried to move out of the way or something. I don't know what he was trying to do. He just caught me off guard. I know it's my mistake, but he just caught me off guard. He didn't turn. He just lost the front end or something. He just turned to the outer side of the track in a very weird fashion. Anyway, I was lucky not to pick up any damage there. Very lucky not to pick up any damage there. And as we move on, and we can use some clean air from now on, as we end up in our old position in true position in P6. But Kimi Antonelli is behind us only 1.9 seconds, and previously I built a 60-second gap. And Russell and Leclerc and the front runners are on hard tires, which means I have to use my tires immediately to catch up to them. Already made up almost 2 seconds on George Russell in this clean air, but he's 8 seconds 7.8 seconds ahead of me, and he was I was right there. I was like a second behind. I was dancing around the DRS before the pit stop to the front runners, so I lost probably more than 5 seconds of time overall, but that's all right. I managed to clear the back markers pretty quickly, and without any damage. I was just trying to play it very safe. I would be very happy with a P6. As Oscar Piastri comes out of the pit lane. Yeah, Kimi Antonelli over at 1.9, 1.8, 1.7. He's just dancing around the 2-second mark. Just my objective, yeah, for this race is just to stay ahead of Ferrari. Charles Leclerc seems to be doing very well at McLaren. He's like a championship contender, but not really. I think in F1 25 he should have stayed with Ferrari, but in real life I'm not so sure. But we will see what 2026 brings in real life. I'm not going to say much, but here in the game he decided to leave for McLaren, and he's having good results, but that Mercedes car is just flying, and Max is also flying as he at the moment sets the fastest lap here in this race. I'm having a decent race so far as we make way through the 130R, hugging that inside line. I built a very consistent pace. I know that I'm not very quick overall, but I'm improving slowly but surely. I recorded this race like a week ago. Since then I improved a little bit around various tracks. I'm currently in the process of learning to drive all the tracks without racing lines, so I jump in some open lobbies, I do some MyTeam, and I do some recently did some co-op racing with my friend Mr. 13 Racing. He is also improving at a rapid pace, and I'm really having fun racing with him. We will definitely upload more videos, both of us, and I'm really looking forward to it. As we are again in the third sector, lap 13 out of 19. These medium tires are behaving very good. They are not. I don't feel tire wear just yet. They are probably the best tire here around this circuit, in my opinion. As we have a yellow flag, I'm not sure why. Someone is going slow at the back of the field. I still can't see, but it went back to green flag racing very soon, so it's all good. We are gaining time on Kimi Antonelli, so I just have to drive it at this pace, and I will be in P6 by the end of the race. I probably don't have the pace to catch George Russell or Oscar Piastri for that matter. Those front runners just flew away. I lost too much time in the pits, and I lost a bit more time than I would wish to overtaking the back markers, especially Zane Maloney. But I tried my best. and I'm trying to conserve battery through the first and second sector to deploy it on the third. That's how I feel I have the most space around this circuit. I still don't know how to manage battery properly, but I've seen some videos on how to do it, and I'm still learning how to do it, and I'm still analyzing my laps in time trial to find out what is the best racing line as we go a little bit off track in that turn one, to analyze how just how quick I can get just by doing simple things like using the whole track, driving the correct racing line, deploying okay, in the races battery deployment of course, but in time trial just raw skill, just using the correct racing line and getting as much traction from each corner as possible, being gentle on the throttle, being gentle on the trail braking. Those are all skills that I'm still learning, how to set up the car as well. Here I went, as I already said, went low on the wings, so I can be very fast in that back straight, because in the first and second sector you can't really overtake through the S's. In the S's I am a little bit slower, but in the straight line I'm especially in this second sector, third sector, and this 130R corner, and the main straight I am fairly quick, but I had to compromise myself somewhere, and I chose to do it in the first sector and around those high-speed corners, the S's, the turn number one. I'll be a bit slow over there, but no one is gonna overtake me over here, so yes, very difficult to overtake. So I decided to put the wings on very low. I'm very excited also about this new 2027 revamped F1 game. I can't wait for it to come out. I don't expect too much from this DLC that they are gonna make for F1 25. Like, they're just gonna update the cars to 2026 and update the driver lineups and liveries, and I think that's gonna be pretty much it. If they fix anything else, I will be amazed. But yeah, I really enjoy learning how to drive in this game. The game is really good. In my opinion, it is one of the better F1 games in recent history. I mean, F1 2020 was probably the best. 2020 and 2021. But F1 25 is also really good. They had a lot of content. MyTeam 2.0, the handling is good. You know, at that those I've seen some of the best replays of some of the best laps in time trials. So the guys that are the best in the world, the esports drivers, they have, of course, they have their extreme setups just for time trial and for one lap. But still, there's a lot of drifting they do. Around over that one lap. They're like top 5 in the world. They drift a lot, so they drift through the entire circuit. That doesn't seem very realistic, but that's just the way it goes at that high level over that time trial one lap. It is very different. It is a bit different than the PSGL. I sometimes watch their live stream to see how people race, and they are crazy fast. They are just insanely quick. They are just, I mean, I did some time trial recently, and in Austria I got top 20%. In China I got top 27% yesterday. And like in China, top times are like 4 seconds faster than me. 4 seconds faster than me. I mean, I'm really proud of myself and the progress that I'm making, but 4 seconds is an enormous amount of time to find around the circuit, especially when you are giving it your best. So so they are just remarkably quick. And as we are on the penultimate lap of the race, we are surely bringing this home in P6, probably finishing as it stands ahead of both Ferraris. So yes, I will be satisfied. Excuse me. As I will be satisfied with this result, and already looking ahead towards the next round, round 4, which is in Bahrain. Also, I'm decent at that track, but nothing too quick. I'm doing in time trial. Yeah, I can drive 100 laps and you know become decent over one lap, but over a race I still have a long way to go. I still have a lot to learn about racecraft, about strategy, the fuel, the tire choices. I still have a lot to learn. I really wish to drive in a certain league, so I get some decent online experience. This online lobby racing, sometimes it's good, but most of the time it's just people are driving not so cleanly, and then it's not really fun when you are just when you approach another car approaches you. You just have to, you know, you already know that something, that a collision is going to happen, and you're both gonna lose a lot of time because people are driving really erratically. But it's okay. I mean, it's a game for everyone. So F1 is a game that tries to be on both sides of the court. It's trying to accommodate those like casual Formula 1 fans. They play with a controller and stuff. As we go wide onto the gravel, that was very abrupt, and it was a big save on the final lap of the race. As we approach the third sector right now, I'm just very afraid. I'm just trying to bring it home very safely. There is no need to do anything wild, anything more wild, as I almost DNF'd on the last lap. I avoided a collision. But yes, as we make our way around the final corner, we will finish in P6 here in Suzuka circuit in Japan. I'm pretty satisfied with the results. I don't think I could have done much better. As we get the driver of the day, fairly decent race, very safe. Not that fun though, as Max Verstappen wins the race. His first win of the season. The previous two was won by George Russell. Max wins his first race, and the championship battle is slowly taking shape between the two of them. Excuse me, I'm just I'm just very sleepy. As we will see if Lando has to say anything about this. He's also on the podium, so and Charles Leclerc, of course, not running too far behind. It will be a very interesting season. As I was mentioning before, I want to finish my thought about online racing. It is most of the people are just racing casually. A few of us, handful of us, want to like become really good at it, and we have our steering wheels and stuff. We are really into sim racing, and we want to play Formula 1. But Formula 1 is not like 100% sim racing game. It is more like a simcade-ish, trying to be simcade-ish, you know.
has its
But
story
yeah, I
next
hope they will
time
move
out.
more
Be sure
towards
to
this
join us
simulation
once again
side
as we continue
of
to
the
bring you all the
of the
excitement
industry
of
in
Formula
in
One.
in the following years. Yeah, as we wrap up this race, yeah, so P6, very good. Our teammate is P14 out of the points, unfortunately, but yeah, it is how it is. P5 in the driver standings. Our ahead of Oscar Piastri, who is in a McLaren, ahead of both Ferraris, which is my objective for this season. Just though the Max and George are too fast for me, and Lando. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. I will be like and subscribe if you feel like listening to me and watching me race and improve. Drop a comment down below if you think that I can do better. If you have a tip for me, and yeah, we will we'll see each other in Bahrain. Yeah. Thank you very much for watching again, and see you in Bahrain. Bye bye.
PlayStation